Hey, this is Tim Walden, and I'm standing here in our new Illuminated Studio, which we have constructed for an amazing new look in all of our portrait work. It is very film-like. It allows us to use lenses and settings and depth of field, different things along those lines that create a very authentic and real look. And so I rarely talk about technology, but today I want to talk about it because it makes a difference in the art. And today I'm going to talk to you about it as it relates to our headshots and our branding portraits. So I want to share with you a few things that make the Illuminated Studio perfect for capturing the perfect headshot and the perfect branding portrait. Number one is the ease in which the session goes. I know some people really get worked up about being in front of a camera, and I think it doesn't help when you're in that darkened room which we need when we use flash, because we have to be able to use the modeling lights, see where they're going to go, but the modeling lights are very dim. And of course then the flash goes off when we capture the image. With the Illuminated Studio, we don't have that environment. When you come in, it's very bright, it's very airy. It makes the setting not only very comfortable for you, but it makes our ability and ease of capturing things spontaneously and quickly. It makes it perfect for us because we don't have to wait for recycle times. You don't know when we're pushing the button because the room doesn't get flash and then dark and flash and then dark. You really can't tell. And with today's mirrorless cameras that we use, you don't hear that shutter going off. So it gives you an amazing feel of spontaneous and authentic photography done in a very relaxed environment. Point number two, if you happen to be one of those blinkers, that blinks a lot, you're always like, oh, every time you take a photo, I think I blink. There's actually some reality to that happening with flash and with certain cameras. And the reason is because they've actually done studies on this, that when the mirror on a camera would go up, you would hear that just subconsciously, you'd hear that mirror go up and close your eyes, kind of as a protective mechanism. So without the flash, by using constant light, you don't have that issue at all. And so it's relaxing for that reason, because we can work quickly and you don't even know when those photos are being taken. If you do blink a lot, that's not an issue whatsoever. The next thing is that expressions are easier to come by. And people say, oh, I just always like candid photographs. And the problem with candid photographs is they're not always very flattering as far as the arrangement of the body, the camera angles, different things along those lines. And when I learned posing, I didn't learn posing so I would be good at posing. I learned posing so that I could arrange someone in a way that was flattering. Best angles, best turns, best angles on their faces, all of those type of things. Yet, there's some truth to the fact that if we can have spontaneity in the expression, then I think we have a huge advantage. So creating a pose that's flattering, but getting an expression that's in the moment, that just happens, those two things are difficult to work together a lot of times in a studio. With our Illuminated Studio, it remedies that because we can work very quickly. There's no recycle times, as I've said already, and we're able just to capture those photographs, the expressions, very spontaneously while we have an arrangement that's very, very flattering. And then the next thing is, you've heard it said that the eyes are the window to the soul, right? But, and boy, is that true. I think your expression's first in your eyes, and then in the rest of your face and your body language. What's nice about our Illuminated Studio for headshots is that, or for any type of portrait, is that because the lighting is more intense, it's softened, but it's more intense, it closes the pupils down in the eyes. So what we get is your eye color. And because I think in darkened rooms where you use a flash, the pupils get larger and you don't see the color in the eyes. With the Illuminated Studio, we do. We see that color in the eyes So it just makes the eyes very, very beautiful, and it brings those out. And I think that is an amazing advantage to the Illuminated Studio. And then the final thing I want to share with you about our Illuminated Studio is it allows us lens selections, apertures, and I've alluded to this already, but to control the depth of field to get a very authentic film-like feel, where it doesn't feel like digital photography, like plastic, and where everything's tacked sharp front to back and everything in the background is so sharp, but it allows us to direct the viewer to you and to your photograph and to your message. And this is huge because there's so many people out there, there's so many images out there that for you to rise to the top in your brand, you have to have an amazing photograph, because a lot of times that's the first thing someone sees, and it's the thing that determines whether they're going to stop, take a look, and listen to what you have to say. So this is why our Illuminated Studio is so important and such a significant part of our headshot and our brand portrait business.